Hello, it's Saturday night. Welcome to the Jonathan Ross Show. Let's have a look. Right up front, to who's in my green room tonight. We have the reigning X Factor champion. She was everyone's favourite. I'm so excited she's here. It's Sam Bailey, ladies and gentlemen. So lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
Wasn't it great seeing her win? And this is her first major interview since winning, and she'll be performing her hit single Skyscraper for us as well this evening, live right there. Sam Bailey. We have also got one of Britain's best-loved actors. It's Mr. Robert Lindsay, and with him, comedian and actor and Strictly Come Dancing Christmas champ, Rufus Hound. Robert and Rufus. Robert and Rufus, a nightmare for me to pronounce. One of the country's favourite young comedians is on the show as well, Mr. Seann Walsh. That's not all, we also have more music and chat from a giant of UK music. I'm thrilled he's here, Tinie Tempah. Look how elegant and relaxed Tinie looks. Always looks great, always looks great. OK, so we'll get to all those guys in a minute. First of all, some breaking news for you. I'm sure you will have read about this. It's a big story this week. Justin Bieber has been arrested in America after some high-speed street racing in Florida. And he's in a lot of trouble, not only for allegedly drink driving, but also for the more serious charge of not being strapped into the booster seat properly while he was in charge of the vehicle. Because he's young, you see. Residents of the street in Miami where it happened, they said they were woken up at 4 in the morning by a terrible screeching noise, and then Bieber stopped singing, and then he got in the car and he raced off. This is... Oh, wow. OK. Man, I like Justin Bieber. I like how stupid he is, because he doesn't realise he's being arrested there, look. He thinks their fans in uniform have just gone a bit too far. He could face, this is alarming, he could face a year in prison. Don't cheer that. I don't think Justin Bieber would enjoy it in jail, but I think the other prisoners would love having him there, don't you? I think he'd be the first prisoner to be delivered to jail gift wrapped with a bow on top. Sam,
yeah?
You, of course, we all know, you worked in the, the prison service itself. How do you think Justin would do if he was incarcerated?
I think he should really keep his head down.
Wow. And then, I like the fact you then mimed it afterwards. Wow. Well, there you go. The Winter Olympics are almost upon us. Are you looking forward to the Winter Olympics? OK, not that much. Now, I'm genuinely excited about the Games because I love the Olympics. I was one of those guys when this was said, oh, it's going to be rubbish, and I really got into it. And I'm looking forward to feeling and seeing that Olympic spirit back in action. You know that feel you feel when you see an athlete knowing that he or she has dedicated years of their life to getting up early every morning, training for all their worth, really focusing 100%, and then they enjoy that moment of victory, and you see a shot like that, which is beautiful. And then if you're lucky, you also see the sporting reaction of the gallant loser just right behind them, and then you know, of course, you know what it means to people. Look at that. That's really great, isn't it? Let's get my first guest out. This time last year, she was working as a prison officer. Then she won the X Factor. Her debut single was the Christmas #1, which is fabulous. She's now about to tour with Beyonce. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited you're here. It's Sam Bailey. Sit down, relax and sit down. Oh, I've got some lip here. Sam, well, how are you? It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you. I saw you performing at the NTAs this week. Did you see Sam performing with Michael Bolton at the National Academy? That was, it was great to watch. How was that for you, working with him on stage in front of that crowd?
Oh, do you know what? I wasn't nervous performing with Michael. I was more nervous about the fact that there was just loads of famous people in front of me. I think that was what I was more nervous about.
So how did it feel? When did it dawn on you you'd won and that your life had changed to the extent it had? What was the moment when you thought, OK, this is real now?
I think going home, back to Leicester, and seeing the response, because I got to sing at half-time at the Leicester game, and that was just the most amazing experience, and just having the roar of 30,000 people just cheering my name, and a few of them saying, get your baps out and stuff, so yeah. British football, come on. But yeah, it was good. It was good fun.
And so it's kind of been, I imagine, pretty non-stop since the win then, has it?
Yeah, I did you had the Winners' Week, which was a lot of promo on Winners' Week, and I got to perform at the Leicester game. I got to perform at Twickenham for the big Game 6, which was amazing. And I got to go in the changing rooms afterwards, which was quite an interesting scenario.
Hold it, so you deliberately went into the changing rooms
No,
afterwards?
I'm collecting shirts.
I bet you are.
Jonathan. I'm collecting shirts. I've decided that I want to
And if the
collect
pants
shirts.
have to come off as well, then so be it. If they're attached, whose fault is
It was
that?
my other half that pushed me in. He was like, yeah, go on, in you go, in you go. And I went in expecting them to all be like, you know, yeah, all right, Sam Bailey, cheers, yeah, whatever. And they all went, Sam! And then just bundled on me. And I was like this small, and they were huge.
Oh.
I didn't look.
One of the many perks of the job, I believe. So when you win, you're signed automatically. You get the record contract, don't you?
Yes.
And then I guess you go straight into the studio to start recording the album?
I finished today.
Wow.
So this morning was the finishing touches to the album. So the album is finished and it will be out on the 24th of March.
Wow, so it's still a way off. That's exciting, though, isn't it?
Brilliant.
You know, I'm sure you felt the same way, but there are odd moments, because, you know, you feel quite hard in watching shows like The X Factor and Britain's Got Talent, where you've seen a lot of people come on and, you know, you always wind up rooting for some people, but it was something, I don't know what it was, but when you started singing, and I know you'd auditioned before, hadn't you, in the past?
Yeah.
I mean, this was your second crack at it. But when you started singing at the time, there was something it was very emotional. And I don't know whether it was because we sensed how much it meant to you, or, I mean, what did you think of the reaction you got after that first audition went out?
Well, the song that I sang was Listen, which was, I just wanted people to listen to me, and I've sang for 20 years. And when I got in that room and all the 4 judges stood up, it was just a wave of emotion, because it was the first time somebody of importance in the business had actually appreciated me. So it was an emotional day, and when we were driving home in the car, me and my husband, and we just sort of had a half an hour in the car of just not even speaking to each other, and then we just looked at each other and went, oh my God. It was just unbelievable, so.
That's quite a good journey for husband and wife, though, not talking for half an hour. I mean, that's the result normally if you're not arguing after 15 minutes. Let's have a look at this clip. And there's something, I watched this back again today and I got emotional again. I'm the first one saying, you know, you really feel the tears come in your eyes, so get ready. But this is Sam's audition. Do you like watching this back?
No.
You don't? Okay, you can look down a bit if you want. But this is Sam when she auditioned and first found out she was getting through. That's so lovely. Wow. But here's the thing. But you know, everyone... Oh, there you go. Look, hold on. There's some celebs there, and you brought someone along from the prison, have you, with you as well? That's it. Oh, it's your husband, Craig. Hello, Craig. But how different you look from then to now. Obviously, there's a kind of a, you know, you get slicker. I guess people work on you a little bit to make you ready for, you know, the big venue stuff. But it looks like a different person there.
I've lost 3 stone since that first time.
Wow. That's quite something.
I've come across a few little tiny tricks, but little tricks of myself as well. I was out having a meal last night. I like steak and chips, right? And peas. It's like just classic thing. Nothing else on the plate. I figure that if you eat the meat first and then the peas, you're too full to eat the potatoes. I've done this for a month and I've gone down another dress size since then.
Wow. So you avoid the carbs by stuffing your face with the other stuff first?
Yeah, because everyone has exactly. Well, you have to... When people eat, they normally do that and put a little bit of that on it and a little bit of that.
It's like the bread when you go in a restaurant. If you can just hold... And it's hard not to eat the bread because you're starving. And the bread... And also, it kind of feels like the bread's free, doesn't it? So you kind of want to eat a lot... I'm always ready to really just eat a lot of bread.
Another trick is when you've finished, everyone's still eating because you're not touching your potatoes. So you ask the waiter to take your food away so that you can't just sit there nibbling at it and whilst other people's waiting. By that time, you've eaten the chips anyway, so... Yeah,
that's true. But unfortunately, if I finish mine, I normally do eat off the other plates. It's a great thing about having kids. They can't stop you. Let me ask you about the other job, which obviously everyone was intrigued about and keen to know about, is your work in the prison service. Because here's an industry which... Obviously, it's kind of crucial, it's an important part of society, but we kind of don't talk about it much.
No.
And I don't think we know that much about what's going on inside. Well, some of you probably do, because you look a bit rough, but... you know what I mean, though? We don't really talk about that much. What did you actually do? You were in a man's prison, weren't you? It was a male prison.
Yeah, a lot of people's perception of prison officers are just, like, stocky blokes with a set of keys that open and unlock doors. There's so much more involved in it. I worked in the biggest lifers prison in Europe. and we're trained by teams of psychologists, and we work alongside the teams of psychologists, and it's not just about unlocking and locking doors. There's so much more involved in a prison officer's job, and you know, you take a lot of crap.
Well, especially
really
if you're talking about if you're there with life, as you said you were, presumably, you know, a lot about it is making sure that things don't, the pressure doesn't become too great, that they don't get suicidal or violence doesn't occur because of their situation. So I guess you have to be able to manage them, or certainly interact with them in a way which is...
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of training before going into the prison service, control and restraint training, so there was a lot of things like that.
So you know how, so if someone were to come at you or something was to get out of hand, you could deal with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to show you?
You know what, I probably don't want you to show me, because it sounds like you really know what you're talking about.
Well, I can do kind of a little thing with your thumb that would make you scream a little bit.
Ah. I don't think anyone would like to see that.
Come here. Come.
Okay, so...
I'm not going to pin you down on the floor or anything.
Well,
but, right,
if you must, then I suppose...
Just put your hand out. It's all right to do. It's basically, I can just do that.
That really hurt me. Wow, that's a good trick to know.
That's all it is. I mean, it's just a little tiny sort of like reminder that you're in control.
I wish you'd done my left hand. Although this looks kind of good. So you just pushed that back and just pushed it in there? It's
just basically a move like that, but I mean, these are all done under safety, so...
And by the way, that still hurts, right?
Soz.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do it. I'll do the other one, then it won't feel so bad, will it? I'm joking, I wouldn't do that.
Poor Craig, no wonder he's having a beer back there. He's terrified. He says he won't fit it. You got him pinned down.
I actually practiced on him when I was first doing it.
So you only left fairly recently, didn't you? You're still there until fairly recently?
Yeah, it was like August I did my last shift.
Well, not that long ago. And presumably they knew... Did they know before the X Factor that you were a singer, that you had your voice that you have? Or?
A few did. The prisoners didn't really know. I mean, I did, in the group sessions that I did with some of the prisoners, I brought in a lot of music stuff to the group, so a few of them did, but I didn't sort of go around, you know, pretending to be Whitney in the corridors.
Yeah, I think walking up there, where you got people locked up, to walk up and down singing Beyonce while they're in there.
You like it, then you should have been ring. I don't think I could dance too well with it.
Hey, speaking of Beyonce, of course, you're going to be supporting her in some of her dates when she comes over later in the year. That's incredible, isn't it, to be that...
I don't actually know what I'm going to be doing, but I have asked for some hot semi-naked guys just to make it a bit interesting. What do you reckon, girls?
Well...
She can have them, so can I.
Yeah, well, I am available in March, so...
It's a shame it's in February then, isn't it?
That was harsh.
Sorry.
Harsh.
Love you.
So you've broken my thumb, and now you've dissed my performing physique. Let me have you. Now you're going to sing for us. Sam's going to sing for us, ladies and gentlemen, right now. Sam, thank you so much for being here. Good luck with the X Factor tour. Can't wait for the album to come out. Maybe come back on. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to go and get ready, Sam Bailey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. There you go. Okay. So here, performing Skyscraper, it's the fabulous and very talented Sam Bailey.
Crying, I am watching, catching teardrops in my hand. Only silence as it's ending, like we never had a chance. Do you have to make me feel like there's nothing left of me? You can take everything I have, you can break everything I am, like I'm made of glass, like I'm made of paper. Go on and try to tear me down, I will be rising from the ground like a skyscraper. You can make can break everything I am, like I'm made of glass, like I'm made of paper. Oh, go on and try to tear me down. I will be rising from the ground like a skyscraper, like a skyscraper, like a skyscraper.
Sam Bailey, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, Sam. Fabulous.
That was beautiful.
Don't go away. I've got Robert Lindsay, Rufus Hound, Seann Walsh and Tinie Tempah coming up after the break. See you in a minute. Sam Bailey. Well done again.